Okay, welcome back. Good morning to you. This morning we are discussing flexibility in relationship. How flexible is your relationship? How do you go about having a flexible relationship? And when we talk about flexibility, we talk about compromising. What are those things you let go in trying to have a very peaceful relationship? And this morning we have a content creator here in our midst, peaceful, calm, gentle, and so pretty. We have Praise. Good morning to have you in our midst this morning.
Good morning.
It's so good to have Praise Abiola this morning.
Good morning. I'm fine. Good morning.
But one funny thing about this content creator is when you see them, you actually like, they look quiet.
Quiet. Now when they are doing the ras.
Well,
what inspired the content and how do you create it?
well, we have a lot of things to give us inspiration. We have a lot of things happening in the country currently, so there are lots and lots of content to create. But that being said, I'm still very calm and quiet.
Still very calm,
Yes.
quiet,
Interesting.
collected, and just trying to be yourself this morning.
It's so good.
So when it's time
So
to
good
walk,
have
we
you.
get straight into it.
When it's time to work, you get straight into business.
Exactly.
Now, before I ask, what does flexibility in relationship actually mean to you for the benefit of our viewers so that they will understand where we are coming from? By the way, Big Sis, I love your hat. Maybe I will take it.
Not even there. My aunt.
Maybe I will take it. Tell her she should get me something like this. I love it. Maybe we'll get it and rock it
I'm just trying to
together.
work with my hand.
And it went very well.
Thank
Went
you.
very well.
Thank you.
Yeah. So flexibility in relationship. What does it mean to you?
When we talk about flexibility, it also means openness. That is, you have to be open with your partner. It isn't always about me, or the other person. So you have to, okay, this is what I like. This is what you do that pisses me off. This is what triggers me. But when the person knows you, he knows the kind of things that he's going to do that's going to please you, the kind of things that he does that is going to just figure you off, and then you just go hot like that. But when, I'm the kind of person that, okay, when I am sleeping, I don't like being disturbed. You already know that about me. Or you're the kind of person that you like this particular, you like to watch your TV, your news at this particular time. I give you that space. So you know everything about me. There are things, it's not like I just bump on you on something that you probably don't know before, and then I trigger you. But when I am open to you, everything about me is about me, about you. You know, we can go along like
Brings that level of
Exactly.
compromise between the
Exactly.
both of you. Okay,
Exactly.
so now let me ask, how can couples adapt changes in each other's needs and desires over time?
Okay, the first thing we need to know is we are two different people from two different worlds. We have different level of parenting. You know, what I have been through is quite different from what you've been through. So we need to, let me know your journey. Let me know where you're coming from. Let me know what you've been through. When I'm able to adapt into your kind of life, and you're able to blend into my life, we know that, okay, we are going to learn to work things out together. Do you understand what I mean? So it is very, very good when we are flexible and we're able to compromise for each other. I meet you midway, you meet me halfway.
I love that.
So now I meet you midway, you meet me halfway. Now talking about the role flexibility play in relationship to be able to overcome challenges that might come in, in the future. How should one navigate this? The role
GPS signal lost.
flexibility, play.
Okay. First of all, I have my values and my partner has his too. I have my morals, he has his too, and they definitely won't or might not be the same. So what we need to do is talk about, first of all, is communication. We need to communicate. I need to know you in depth, and you need to know me in depth. So when I know the kind of person that you are and you know me properly, we know how to work hand in hand together. Sometimes, especially women, they don't understand that this person needs space. They always want to be, you're not giving me attention. Oh, you're not intentional about me. Meanwhile, this person needs sometimes every now and then a little bit of space. probably to go back to factory reset to function
Maybe
properly.
because we
I love that factory
attention.
reset. I love the fact that you said you need to go back to factory reset.
So we're fragile, and this attention, like your Bible was saying, we love to be pampered. We
I
love-
understand that.
So can that be too much to ask?
No, it isn't about being too much. But then, while we want attention, we want to be cared, we want to be pampered, we need to think about the other person too. It isn't always about
Not to be
us.
selfish.
The men too wants to be pampered.
Yeah.
They want to be taken care
Yes,
of. They want to be understood.
that's why we're there.
So it isn't always about
one
us. We have to be there for each other.
True.
I mean, we are all human, regardless of how our men wants to appear so tough. Deep down, they also want attention. They want to be pampered. So it shouldn't always be about us. Women, we should learn to understand
Balance it.
exactly his feelings, what makes him happy, what makes him sad. What am I going to do that is going to set him off? You understand all these kind of things. So we need to learn about our partner, know him. So when he's trying to make us happy, we are trying to make him happy too. It shouldn't always be, oh, it's always about me, you're not giving me attention. Do you know what he's going through? Why is he not giving you that attention that you need? You might be going through a lot of work stress, you know. The country is quite hard now. To take care of a family is not a child's play.
It's not a child's play at all. Okay, so now how can partners balance their personal needs with the needs of the relationship? You just said something. You were saying sometimes the men need space. I love the fact that you brought it out like women, our gender. Anytime you say give me space, give that space. Now everybody have needs, everybody have personal needs aside what the relationship entails. How can we balance that with the demand of the relationship? Because sometimes the relationship can be very demanding. How do we balance that?
Yes, that's true. First of all, when you're in a relationship, you know that you have to put in a lot of work, because this isn't only about you anymore. It is now including probably 2 or 3 people, because if you are a man or a woman with children, you need to consider your children when you're taking your decisions. You need to make sure that, oh, this thing I want to do aligns with my partner's values. Sometimes we want something and the other person doesn't want it. How do I make him understand, or how can I make him see my reasons? So it isn't always about my needs, my personal needs. It is us. It is this my needs. How am I going to make it align with what my partner wants or needs as well? So I need a particular something, my partner doesn't want it. Like now, I want to travel out of the country. My partner doesn't want that. He believes that he's going to stay here in Nigeria and he's going to make it big. And I am not seeing what he's seeing. I mean, so I have to carry him along with my plans. I have to make him see what I see, what I think. I have to make him see the future that I am seeing. And he too, in his way of trying to convince me, oh, let's stay in this country is great, this country, he has to make me see.
He has to make you see the greatness in what he's seeing in Nigeria.
Exactly. So it isn't our men used to think like they are the men, they are the sole decision makers. That is very wrong in these days. Women so want to be heard. We want our feelings to be considered. It isn't always about, oh, I'm the man, oh, I am the head of the family. I mean, how does the head function without the body? So he needs to see me as a human being that he needs to hear from. And I also need to see him too, because what our men mostly want is just respect. She doesn't listen to me. She doesn't respect me. And the women, you feel like, oh, he's trying to control me. Oh, he's trying to make me do everything he wants. He doesn't want to listen to what I want. So the point is, I need to respect him too, but he has to respect me as well.
So
it is vice versa.
It's reciprocal.
Exactly.
So
respect is hand. Exactly. I haven't met a person that you will respect, treat them well, and then they will in turn treat you like
garbage.
So when you respect me and I feel like, oh, this person really cares about me, he respects my opinions, he respects me as a person, I am definitely going to give him back that respect.
Sure. So you earn your respect. You don't demand for it.
Exactly.
You don't start calling
Our men, they need to
attention
know
for
that.
it.
They need to know that.
All right, let's go now. One of my bar. When we return, we are still discussing flexibility in relationship and our very own praises right here, dishing it out to us the way we need to hear it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Still discussing flexibility in relationship, and we are streaming live on Facebook. You can always go to our YouTube page to watch all the conversations we've had throughout this week, and today's one is not an exception. You can download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. Yeah.
Okay, so praise. I want to find out, how do we now prioritize the flexibility and adaptability that actually comes in a relationship? How do we put this, in the forefront? How?
Okay, like I said previously, it is mostly about communication and openness. When I am open to my partner and we communicate, he knows, in fact, before I even see anything, he knows my next line of action. He knows my reaction to some particular things, some certain things. So he will be able to adapt because he knows that if he tickles me, I don't like being tickled. I do not like being tickled. He knows that if he tickles me, it's definitely going to trigger me. So when he knows my reaction to probably not everything, but to most things, he's able to adapt to my kind of person, to my kind of responses. He knows what he's going to do that's going to, make me happy. He knows.
But I want to comment there. Many watching at home will look at it and say, the youth, those young ones, they have their mind, you cannot predict the next. It's not as easy as this young lady is saying it. What exactly goes through the minds of youths? I mean, young ones who are
Especially coming from a place of a content creator.
You understand? What goes through their mind when it comes to coming open? Some, okay, don't let me go there. I will still go there because there is no way I can accept that. That is what makes it the reality of what this program is all about. Like I said when I was opening, that it's all about the youth. Now, a situation whereby a young lady is using a phone of like 2.5 and the parents are using Tonosobe, and you see her at a club or at a nice restaurant or somewhere, and the way she presents herself, or the way the guy even himself will present himself. Don't let me go to my gender alone now. The guy himself, the way he will present himself, you will not see him and say this guy is coming from quarters room. And the lady will be so carried away. Some of them take their friends, right? Some even hire ride. As
Even
far as
renting clothes.
I find, you know, and you know, you don't present yourself as the real you to this person you just met, or you're in courtship, or you're in relation, and for months it will go on like that. I don't know whether you've heard about. Thank God you're a content creator. Why is it so difficult to come out to be who you are when it comes to expressing yourself freely in a relationship, especially with your partner? Why? Why is it so difficult with our young ones and youths?
Okay, well, I think it's called inferiority complex. Inferiority complex. And most of the times, this starts at a young age. Sometimes, most of these problems starts in the family. And then peer pressure. I mean, my mommy sells akara at a junction
You know,
in Motion.
you get
But I want
it.
to roll with people of high caliber. I want
not
to,
going to the island.
I mean,
You are projecting
like that, dreaming big. And one thing about dream is, if you want to dream big, it has to come with a lot of work.
You start from the root.
Exactly, you start from scratch and then you keep going gradually. But our youth these days, no, we just want to go from 0 to 100. So we start doing things, living fake life. You know, I borrow my clothes from this person, I borrow my shoes from this person, I wear my wig from the vendor. Why? Just to look presentable to someone. And you know the funniest part is, I as a woman, I am faking it to meet one big boy in Lekki.
The guy too,
or if
you
you
don't
are-
know, say that
the guy
was
said
the
they
faker.
fake
Oh
am.
my God.
Hey, two fake people working together.
You now
So-
hit the road.
Now, when he knows that he's faking it, it's not to now be open, to be truthful, become an issue. So that alone is a barrier. If you cannot be exactly who you are, if I love this guy and it can't even take me for, if one think, oh, if I tell him I'm from Mushin, he's going to look down on me, he's not going to want me, then that person isn't yours, it doesn't belong to you. For every person there is that person that will take you for who you are.
True.
Not us, but we want something that is way higher. That our hand cannot reach. We'll be climbing akaba, like the Yoruba people will say, just to reach it.
To reach it.
So we need to learn to love ourselves. Okay, this is me. This is what I am right now.
Take me for who I am.
Okay, I'm aiming for this thing, and I'm going to work towards it. It's not like I'm going to pretend that I am that thing I am not. That is a big barrier when it comes to relationship, because a relationship builds on lies.
Some will say, if I don't do that, how will I get the right person? How do I?
There's
how
a saying that
do
say
they
fake
make
it
me
until you make
Don't worry
it.
until by the time I make it, you know. But let me do it that way.
And you know, I had a story where the lady was faking it. The guy was okay on his own, and the lady was faking it. I mean, this lady went ahead to rent parents
Imagine.
for the wedding.
And she has her parents too.
She has parents. The parents were just seeing
Very much
pictures.
alive.
Pictures that, is this not my daughter? Did she do wedding? She rented parents. She has a child with her parents. She didn't even tell the guy that she already has a child. I mean, so when Kasala boss, this guy is not even, he doesn't even want to listen. I mean, why can't he just tell me,
Tell me
this
who
is
you
who you
are.
are, I have a child. Your parents are not lepers, they are not crippled. You know, they probably just didn't see enough opportunities. Most times, these people that we want to be like, they were presented with some kind of opportunity at a point in their life and they took it. It depends on your ability to exploit and explore opportunities. You know, but some of us, you know, we don't want to do the work, we don't even want to talk about the work. It is the results that we're aiming for. So it is very good when I meet somebody, oh, this is who I am. I am not bigger than this. Of course, I am trying to be bigger than this and I have big dreams. But right now, this is who I am. It does a lot. You know, most people think, oh, if we are in love, everything is going to work out. No. Love is the least of things you need to build a relationship. I mean, the video said, if money enter, love is sweeter. So, yes,
If money enter, love is sweeter.
Very sweet.
If money enter, love is sweeter.
Even though sometimes there is love and there is money, it's still not going to, be perfect. There are some things that there are some ingredients that is needed to make it work. Like, I must be able to tolerate my partner. If you cannot tolerate somebody, regardless of how much that person spends on you or how much you love the person, they're just going to be looking at the person like, So you need to be able to tolerate your partner. You need to be able to see his flaws. Everybody has their own flaws.
True.
Nobody's perfect.
No.
And everybody has their own peak of what they are good at and what they are weak at. When I know your weakness and I know what you're good at and I know your strength, I mean, if you're pretending to me to be who you're not, I definitely won't know your weakness or your strength.
One day
True.
even show for that.
In one day, you can't pretend for so long now.
That's the point.
When Kasala enter like this,
Kasala come bust.
And those kind of things, if
So
the
you
Kasala
stay here.
burst,
there is no reason for
nowhere
this
to
thing.
run. So it's better you come out.
exactly,
being true.
be
It's
plain.
better.
This is who I am. It goes a long way in keeping relationships and building relationships. I mean, if Kasala burst now and I don't see that, I just say you talk, say your parents get a house for Ikoyi. Oh, you came from Ajegule. And me, I'm building my dreams, my hopes on Ikoyi. Yet you're from Ajegule. I mean, when those kind of things happen, when everything quietly comes out in the open, it spoils virtually everything. Everything crumbles. And it's quite very, very difficult to now want to start from scratch again. I mean, the most important thing is be truthful to yourselves. Be plain, be open.
But do you think that the youth of these days are actually looking at the so-called celebrities to pitch their tent and to
Not
work
celebrities,
influencers? Let me not even use celebrities. Let me use the word influencers generally now. Because I saw something online. A lady came out and was calling out an influencer. He said, you cannot tell me that it's this same online business hair vendor that you use in buying this vehicle. That don't give us this attitude so that you don't make the younger ones feel like it's just, you say, it's not the online thing. Me, I'm still trying and not getting it. That's how people are pushing people on to depression and this. And so do you think that has contributed to why these days everybody is gone? You're a content creator and you know what the social media space is all about. You know how everybody is putting out things just to make that name, just to get that relevance in the society.
Well, I think our influencers, I'm not going to say celebrities, our influencers, they are doing a lot of damage. I mean, a lot of damage.
Please say it louder so that they hear. Because you're also a content creator, so let them hear closer what you are saying.
Let them hear louder.
One girl in Ibadan is watching a particular content creator that says she lives on the island. She probably doesn't even live on the island. She says she lives on the island. She probably gets one of her boyfriends or a friend's place to use to create her content. Look at the exterior, the interiors of the house. Look at the way the house is set up. Look at the wig. She borrowed the wig. Look at the wig she's wearing. Straight bone straight. Woman here, 100%. Now, but she borrow. But that girl in Ibadan doesn't know that. She just see, look at this fine girl. Oh my God, look at her hair. See her that kitchen. It is all fake. I mean, what are you influencing exactly? Is it
Why not influence how you are doing the business?
From the scratch, from the
where you are
from the
mixing the chemicals to make the soap, as in whether you are making a liquid soap or
bar
you
soaps.
are bar soaps. Why not show us that? That is a way to influence. That off the makeup, off the wig, remove everything. Be realistic. Be real. Be yourself. Why can't we get that?
The truth is, most of them, they don't even know how to do that soap, that they don't know anything. Probably just got it from someone else that did it. And then they'll come and say, oh, this is soap, it works, look at my skin. That is even another area.
Using another cream.
Another product.
Using another
You're not selling.
So go and do BBL and tell you it was the herbs that they
my sister.
person.
That BBL
Why
is
do
another.
we
Another
Why
disease.
do we
So
need to go? And again,
It's flu.
is it compulsory? You show me something online now, and admiring it. I don't think there's a sin in that. I see something good. I see a good car on the road, and like, wow, this is beautiful. The interior is nice, and I walk towards it. Not that I will now say, it don't happen. If Joy can have this kind of handbag,
everything it takes.
they are in trouble. I must get my. Why do we need to, mark ourselves with what the influencer is also marking themselves with, and not seeing them doing that, reality of how they got the
there.
money and got to that place. Why? That's your final question from me, because our time.
Okay, I think that question goes to our parents. I mean, if you have a child, you make her understand, oh, this is who you are. You are beautiful the way you are. These are the things you need to do. If you really want to be this person, I mean, most of our youth, the females, we can't even speak to our mothers. We can't be open to them. We can't tell them what we want. But if I am close to my child, if my mother is close to me and I can discuss everything I want with her, I tell her, oh mom, look at this lady, she has this hair. And my mom like, my dear, don't say your money to issue. I mean, I won't just go and do anything. These girls do anything it takes, regardless of the consequences of the risk, just to be that person that they are watching inside the TV. We need to train our children, the male, the female. They need to know what value is. They need to know that you don't just get things on a platter of gold. Some girls believe that, oh, look at me, have you seen me? I'm enough. They feel their physique, their beauty should get them anything, which is wrong. I mean, if we know that it is not always about how I look, it is not always about my beauty, it's not about I must get everything I want at every time I want it. We need to know that we must put in the work, we must walk, before you get what you need. You understand? So mostly our parents have a lot to do.
Our parents have a lot to do, but yes, while we round up, just give us 1 minute advice to the youths, especially our gender out there watching us this morning.
Wow, our gender. We need to know who we are, know my worth. Look at yourself in the mirror. You are beautiful for who you are. I do not have to make somebody that I don't even know. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know their story. I don't have to make them the yardstick to live my life. I do not need to make them see, I want to impress them. This person doesn't even care about you. What's the need to impress someone that doesn't care about you? What's the need to live your life in their footsteps? Define yourselves, define your morals, define what you really want in life, and work towards it. This isn't about trying to be an influencer. If you ask an average lady now, oh, what do you want to be? Those in secondary school, oh, I want to be an influencer. These days, back then you want to be a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, but these days, oh, I want to be a skit maker, I want to be a social media influencer. That is what every of them wants to be, which is, even if you are going to be an influencer, it has to be something that you can do. You're probably an engineer that is an influencer. Oh, I'm a medical doctor, but I also influence medical advices, medical products. There is something you are influencing. It's not just, some of these people are influencing, they don't even have anything they're influencing. No products, no values, no services. You just hear them say, oh, I'm an influencer. And then they bring in one Lamborghini or one Lexus. I mean, know your value, know what you really want and how to go about it in a moral way, not you, oh, I can do anything to get anything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prince Abiona. It's so good to have you. Hope we will have you more on the show one of these days again. Okay, so thank you so much. We wish you the very best of the weekend. To our viewers at home, you've heard it. Be real. Be yourself. I was saying it yesterday, so I removed my shoe. I had to use my leg because I had cramps. So like suffering and smiling. Nobody you get your shoe. Thank God you have leg. When you are crying that you don't have a shoe, someone doesn't have a leg. So a foot, to actually walk with. But you have both. So why can't you be real? Be yourself. embrace yourself. You are perfectly and wonderfully created by God. So exhibit who you are, and people will respect you for that. Maybe not today. Someone is looking out for you. My name is Remain Olori. I wish you the very best of the weekend. Enjoy yourself, relax, and make sure you eat well, eat healthy.
Ah, yes, it will relax. It's been a very long one for me. Next week, Mama Joyce will be taking us on another ride on this boat. Please don't miss any day next week, I beg you. All right, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Very big thank you to the production crew this week. We did a great job. Thank you so much. I am Princess Joy Ayo Abu. I'll see you on Monday. Bye for now.